the D1X upgrade. It's got the 10-pound pulley, E85 core fuel system.
Okay.
Palm Beach dyno custom tune.
All right.
Oil pump gears. Half shaft.
Okay.
Car's got 700 miles on it. We're asking $56,000 for it.
Wow.
So my name is Milton Hughes. I'm with Lebanon Ford, and I'm the performance coordinator.
And this customer wanted the more torque off the bottom.
Yeah.
So he built this car. It's a D1X Supercharger with E85, half shaft oil pump gears.
Okay.
10-pound pulley on this one. It's been custom tuned by Palm Beach Dyno.
Yeah.
So he was really happy with the build, but he was used to a Whipple car. So
okay,
we bought this car back, and he built a second 1,000 horsepower car with us. And we did a E85 fuel system on that one. Whipple 3.0 stage 2 on that car, half shaft oil pump gears, the typical Project M stuff.
Gotcha.
And then this car has 797 miles on it, and we're asking $56,000 for this one. So it's quite a deal, because there's a lot of adds onto this one that he did over the regular Project M car.
I can feel the way this thing drives to it. It just feels awesome, like the suspension and
yeah, it's really solid. We'll give it a little boost here in just a second. We have the quiet cut gears in this as well, so if you're daily driving this vehicle, it's not super loud, but it's very loud.
Oh yeah. He wants to let him loose there. Oh yeah, that thing's smooth.
Yeah, the transition and the power is very linear.
Yeah.
You have other superchargers where the power low end is pretty violent. You can feel this one, it just kind of builds gradually.
Yeah.
You know, with the cold weather today, the tires are a little slick, so we won't get into it too much.
Definitely. And so this is this type of car is a package that you guys offer at the dealer.
We do. So you can finance this package. We have comes in a 10-speed. It's called the Project M. It starts at $54.95, and then there's different options that you can get.
All right.
So if you want a full drag pack with drag radials upgraded to 2,000 horsepower drive shafts, all of that is financeable through Ford Motor Company, and then it takes generally about 4 to 6 weeks to build this vehicle and get it out and delivered.
Okay. That is so cool. I've heard about you guys for years actually, and I'm finally checking you out. This is so cool. I didn't expect to be riding one of these things.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Heck yeah.
We'll kick it down here a little bit and get away from this traffic.
Oh yeah. You know, that actually, to me, that feels like nice healthy power too, you know, like you can tell that you guys know what you're doing with the build and the tune and stuff.
Yeah, so the tuning, we get our support from Palm Beach Dyno. They do a great job on the tuning. We've had Palm Beach Dyno come actually out to the shop.
Okay.
And take a look at us and meet our builders.
So also, well, I'm saying also, but this is a continuation from what we talked about in a different video, but you help Lebanon Ford with their tuning.
Yeah, you know, one of the biggest things we do, obviously we have a full service dyno facility in South Florida, and we tune a lot of local cars. Some of them are here, but the bigger part of our business is remote tuning, and we help people from all over the country and all over the world, really. We tune cars in Australia and Germany and Poland.
Wow.
You know, a lot of people don't have qualified people in their area, not because, you know, there may not be a smart guy in their area, but there's a lot more to being smart on these cars. You have to have a lot of experience. So like this car right here, we've already tuned over 100 of these.
Really?
You know, and some dyno tuners may have not even touched one yet.
Okay.
And so using us kind of helps speed up the process. So we work with a lot of companies like Lebanon Ford, where they offer turnkey packages, and they don't want to deal with tuning, and we custom tune them. So obviously, like, you know, if you put a Hellion on or a Whipple, you can get a tune from Hellion or Whipple.
Yep.
We actually do the tuning for Hellion also.
Really?
But if Lebanon modifies the vehicle, they give the customer an option for us to do a custom tune.
Okay.
And then that's where we come in with Lebanon. So we probably tune a quarter to half of the cars that leave there right off the bat, or they may buy the car with like the Whipple tune, and then they come to us usually down the road to kind of unlock a little bit more power.
Okay. Very, very cool. Wow. I was shocked when I went to Lebanon and they said
I actually bought that truck right there at Lebanon. I drove,
right here?
I flew all the way up to Ohio just to get this truck. I searched the internet for, I wanted a single cab Super Duty. I searched the entire internet for one, and it was in Lebanon. I'm like, wow, what's the chances of that? And you know, I have family up in Cincinnati, Ohio, so it made a good opportunity for me to go up there and pick that up from those guys. And they're great guys.
Yeah, they seemed really, they were really cool to me.
That was actually my first time there. I got a nice tour. They hadn't finished the new building yet, but I kind of saw their operation. It was really cool to go up there.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for your time telling me all about that, and good luck the rest of the day. I hope it goes well.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
We have two guys here that have been with Lebanon Ford for a long time. They're primarily focusing on F-150s and Mustangs, and we do anything from Roush to Whipple to Elderbrock to ProCharger. We're no longer offering the Hellion kit platform because we're having great success with these, and our volume in these are really good. So
all right.
Yeah. Any other questions you got? Just feel free to give us a call or visit us our page on LebanonFordPerformance.com.
Awesome. Maybe you can get out ahead of a couple people. Are there any really common questions that people ask that you could answer anyone that watches this video?
Yeah, and then some of the questions that we commonly ask our buyers when they call in is, how do you plan on using the vehicle? Is it drag specific only, or are you daily driving the vehicle? How many miles you put on a car a month or a year? Are you looking to spend 93 octane or run E85? So those are the type of the questions that we ask the buyer, and then we build the car around their needs. Okay. Typically we say oil pump gears and half shafts are some of the weaker points on the Mustang, so we sell those for a package price of $3,500 installed. We use G-force half shafts and MMR oil pump gears and crank sprockets. Okay. And then as far as exhaust work, we carry, you know, Corsa, Borla, Roush, the typical brands that guys are buying from American Muscle or CJ Pony parts. Gotcha. We get a lot of those same parts, and we're even reaching out to custom wheel guys like, you know, Vossen wheels, Forge Stars. So we're an all-around shop. We can pretty much build what you're looking for. That's amazing. Yeah, we enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, man, I heard about this, you know, like I said years ago. Man, this car sounds nice, by the way. Just, you were talking, and I was like, man, that's a nice sound. Yeah, that blow-off valve is pretty cool. That thing pulls hard. we won't disclose that speed. Yes, like it's really amazing seeing this like in person, because, you know, you hear about it, and I don't even know if it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be sort of exaggerated. And clearly you guys legitimately deliver what they talk about, which I know for a number of years you did $39,000 for the the basic supercharged Mustang, and you had to raise the price to 42 and change because, you know, obviously all the prices go up and you can't, you know, take a loss. Right. Like, but these cars, you know, the base packages are gone up now. You know, Ford's offering things like blind spot, and then you have just more amenities in the car, like heated seats now, where, you know, 3 or 4 years ago those weren't base features. Right. We tried to hold out on our price as long as we could, but you know, the cost of the vehicles are costing a little bit more. Yeah. And we're just, you know, growing with, you know, the market as for market pricing, but you still get a lot of value for $42.99 on the base 308 package car like this one. And then if you move up to the 10-speed, it's $45. But this car specifically is $54,995 if you're going to go with the Project M for the 1,000 horsepower at the crank. All right. Man, this is a heck of a way to interview you. So I'm going to lead into another
vehicle. So if you had a Ford Explorer,
we want to build the customer's dream car. We did a bagged car, wide body car last year. We did a RTR Spec 5 wide body on a Mustang, a Roush Phase 2, exhaust work, wrap work, and Boston forged wheels on it. It was a beautiful car. Definitely a showstopper for sure.
okay, that is so freaking cool. Great. I think it's great timing too, because I spend a lot of time out, you know, dragways and stuff, and Mustangs and F-150s are hot. You know, so always see a lot of F-550s, and especially the Coyote F-150. So you basically, you could get a Mustang for cheaper than a GT500 and probably have as much horsepower, huh?
Yeah, you can have just as much straight line power. I mean, the GT500 is a dual clutch car.
Yeah.
We do work on the GT500s as well, and the GT350s. We've supercharged a few GT350s, but a lot of the GT350s we do are NA upgrades, like, you know, upgrading the oil pump gears, custom tuning, more exhaust work. We also do service work on a lot of cars that are higher mileage. These guys really want to keep their cars, so we'll do things like service their factory superchargers, replace oil, you know, make sure that the car has updated tuning from Roush or from Whipple or from Palm Beach.
Okay.
So we do a lot of work weekly on these cars to keep these guys busy.
All right.
Let's get a little bit of load there. It's hard not to smile, right?
I'm smiling.
Yeah.
This is going to be like the best interview ever, because we have the sound of a, you know, 850,
Yeah,
850 horsepower Mustang in the background the whole time.
Yeah, I love this car. And just the power is so smooth. You can daily drive this car. The downshifting with the auto rev is really nice. It's not slamming you in your seat.
Yeah. You can hear that. I think you could probably hear the whine. I love that supercharger idle sound.
Yeah, that ProCharger whine is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, and when you're going down the road, it just turns heads because you hear that blow off out.
Yeah.
And you go into car shows at low speeds, this thing's just whining. It's got a manual here.
Hell yeah, brother.
Spins the tires.
The bald eagles.
Yeah. And you just, you know, you let out the throttle and it goes back to regular old driving, you know.
Yeah, this thing feels just like a normal. I've had a couple Mustangs. I didn't do anything to them, and it feels, you driving it, but it definitely feels like a normal, perfect street car. Here we are back at, pulling back up to Lebanon Ford. You can see it in the background there.
Yeah, if you want to take a look at the shop,
absolutely.
We just added on to the dealership here, so all this to the left is brand new. They just remodeled the showroom.
Okay.
Take you back here and let you see the shop.
I'm keeping the camera rolling because I know people want to hear this thing.
That's one that's going to California this week. We're just waiting on the carrier. That's a stage 2, 750 horsepower.
Can I look at it?
Yeah,
Is it
sure.
cool?
We can pull the key. We did the custom striping on that with the satin, with the red pin. That's a really nice car. We're just waiting on the carrier, but that one's going to California.
Okay. So you ship them all over the place?
We do. We have a shipping company that we use closed enclosed carriers that are fully insured.
Okay.
The customer does take care of the shipping, but
Yeah.
we help arrange that.
Okay.
This car was built this week, and then we have this car going out as well. This car.
All right.
Both
Beautiful.
of these are being shipped
Yeah.
out of state.
All right.
And then we do other service work for other dealers, like that car right there.
That Mustang?
Yeah, that's a Pro Charger that we're doing some service work on.
Okay. Listen to that.
Show you the shot.
There we go. I cut it for a second, but I caught the end of it.
Yeah, no problem.
I gotta keep the camera on. There we go. Got the little gauges there. They come with it?
Yeah, so
Oil pressure and
yeah, that's the oil pressure and the vacuum. 10-speed automatic, and
Yeah.
then we got the N-Gauge with the custom tuning from Palm Beach Dyno. So
Oh.
that reads all the parameters on the vehicle, allows us
Really?
to custom tune it and data log it. So that
Okay.
goes to the customer.
So that comes with it?
Yeah.
That thing right there?
Mhm.
All right. These are nice on the inside too. I gotta say, it's really comfortable. They really stepped up their game with the interior with these things.
Yeah, I mean, you can road trip in this car.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I could sit in the seat all day.
yeah, it's really nice. You want to come in and take a look at the shop?
Yes, sir.
I started here at Lebanon Ford,
Yeah.
and I started off in performance sales and new car sales.
Mm-hmm.
Been here about 2 years, graduated from Indiana University East,
Yeah.
and then became friends with Josh Hipp, who was the previous director, who has now moved on to Roush.
Okay.
And then when he moved on, I wanted to step up into the role and learn this side of the service business, and here I am, and getting to learn a lot of new stuff and meet a lot of cool customers, and I really enjoy this job.
So your job is basically like performance stuff.
Yeah,
Or-
so we have our sales staff. Who
Yeah.
We have 4 or 5 guys out there right now.
Mhm.
When they have questions, they come back. We have price lists that we give them. If the customer has more questions that they can't answer, generally they'll call back to me or I'll call them back.
Okay.
And then we'll answer their questions, and then we bring them back to the sales guys where they start talking about financing or how much cash they're going to pay.
All right.
Once that process is completed, it comes back to me. We schedule it with the builders, we schedule the shipping, we collect the final payments or anything like that, and then the customer comes back to the dealership where they'll meet myself and their salesperson for the first time. A lot of this happens over the phone or by email, and then we give them a tour of the dealership just like what you got today, and we give
Okay.
them their swag bags, and so
Oh,
we'll
sweet.
send them home with a backpack, a shirt, and a planner, and it just as a thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
You know, we're always trying to add new vendors to Lebanon Ford.
Okay.
So we're targeting where guys are like Forge Line, Velgen, XD, DSI, 4-wheel drive parts. You know, so we offer Forge Line for the drag pack wheels.
Okay.
They're super lightweight. And a lot of guys who are trying to break into those 9, 10, 11 second marks, we offer the drag packs
All right.
style wheels. So yeah, they're a vendor of ours, and you give me a nice little flag.